When you get your Heavy Hitch at home for the first time, you get the box at home, you come home from work and it's sitting there ready for you, okay? So I just wanted to talk through a few things and just get you kind of set up in the right direction so you know where everything is at, what should be in the box, where it would be, so you can get used to using it right away. So I did not staple everything on here. We did not make this UPS proof, which nothing really is UPS proof anymore these days. But so one thing with the box or whatever, I mean, as UPS is, you know, carrying it around, it gets tipped, it gets tossed around every which direction. So we try to do the best that we can to keep everything from floating around on us, you know, steel filings and everything. But so just grab a hold here and pull it out. Okay, so pretty simple. I mean, we tape this right in front, and so when you're opening it up, you know, what you'll notice is we tape this just for UPS so it doesn't get banged, you know, banged around, and then it doesn't wear on the box, different things like that. We put the bag around so hopefully it protects everything else. In here, if you order just the pins, if you're only hooking up to your 3-point arms right here, not the quick hitch like I have the eye match on here, forget about this. You need your pins to go in here, okay? Them always come right here, standard with every hitch. You will find them, you know, in here. So if for some people will put them here, there's a bushing set here. That's what I'm going to show next or whatever. So, but however, I've never actually had to do this before. I've always just brought mine straight home from the shop. So a knife of some sort probably is a must for unpackaging your Heavy Hitch. So these here, you should have the lock nut, or I mean, there's different. This is a half nut. There's multiple phrases for it, but it's not quite as wide as a normal nut, I guess, if you will. And then you got your lock washer, one on each side. Before we send these out, we actually made a tool for our cordless drill, and these get threaded all the way in and all the way out. Them same pins go with your hitch. But the reason I was showing you with the box and everything else, when it's moving around, whether it's a piece of sand from Sandblast, whether it's a little BB from you know, our wheel abrader, or whether it's just a little steel filing from the threads of any nature, a little bead from welding or anything. Sometimes them do get in there. So if you can't get this started but with your fingers like I can now, either just, you know, blow in it or grab a leaf blower, air compressor, and blow that out. Okay, usually it's just a little piece sitting there. If you blow it out, it falls out and it's no problem. Okay. But if you just are hooking up directly to your 3-point arms, you'll thread these in and you're good to go. Okay. We do not send a top link. We do not send the locking pins in here for these pins either. Okay. So if you don't have any of them, you'll have to order them separately or whatever, but all the other tractors usually come with them for sure. Okay. So that's why we stopped sending them, because everybody already had them. Okay. If you have an eye match, like I do, or any other quick hitch that you need a bushing set with, this wider part is how it locks on there so it doesn't fall off, or you know, whatever. I don't know why else it would be there if it wasn't for that, but it can't slide because this frame, you know, this steel will hit in here, so it's not going to fall out. But I've had some people that actually put this on the inside and say it doesn't fit. So this goes to the outside, okay? And then that will, depending on what hitch you buy, that'll be here, you know, or down here. It just kind of depends on what kind of room we have in there, okay? But for the most part, if you guys were to order our complete bushing set, this is where it will be taped, or here, but I got this separately now. But if you order the complete set, you should have this for your top link, and then this goes on top and would lock it in, okay? So if you don't have all of that stuff, that's what you're gonna want. So then if you have the eye match, this is how it is actually installed. So you'd put this in here, and we've been called out on this a few times as well. Here's why. We order a shorter one in here just to make sure that it fits in there decently, okay? A lot of the standard ones that you get at like your John Deere dealers are 2 inches wide. You just got to grind a little bit off. I mean, if we have a 1/16 inch that it pulls in, it's not going to fit, okay? So you'll have to grind it off, but the ones that we sell are 1 3/4 inch long. We do that on design. This is also a Cat 2, because if you have a brand new eye match and you put a Cat 3 upper top link bushing, that gets wedged down there. So when you take your weights off, sometimes you have a really hard time even picking it up because the powder coat, on here wedges that in there. So we do send a Cat 2 by design on purpose, so you don't have to fight to get this out from your eye match, okay? So you get a little bit more rattle, but it's not gonna hurt anything at all, okay? But you would stick this in there, then that's what locks it in. So this, if you have an eye match or another quick hitch, a QH10 or a QH15, you leave these in there all the time. This never comes out. So that's why we sell it as a complete set. You don't have to have a complete set, but then you got to move this. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of, getting on and off your tractor. Okay, so that goes there. And then
If they don't have a quick attach, do they need the top link into to attach it to the feed point? Or?
yes, if you don't have your quick hitch, then this right here would go in up there, but you would not need this bushing for that. And then also, there's a few different ways to do this as well. But remember, this big side goes out. All this is adjustable. So usually these are ran all the way out. So that hole fits, that hole does not. All you have to do is just turn it in a quarter turn. It's not going to hurt anything if you put that in there to use this one or that one. Okay, it's neither one is going to hurt. I mean, I wouldn't run that in any farther, but well, you can't because you're running out of threads or a hole there. But that's all that is. So with that, this is all adjustable. I like to have this as close to here as I can. I mean, you can see I got, a little bit of room there. It doesn't have to be super tight, but don't have, your pin brought out so like that thicker part is out here. Make sure you got that as, close in as what you can get it, or what the threads allow you. With this, it's kind of hard to see probably in the camera, but I mean, these are beveled or tapered a little bit. They are a spring pin, so it does take a little bit to get them started, but if you were to find a hard surface or a piece of wood or on the concrete, and then just tap this all the way through. And that's all you have to do. Any hammer will work. Just be careful when you're doing so you don't bend it way over or anything like that, but these will compress a little bit once you get it started in the hole. And obviously that's beveled or tapered in a little bit as well. So try to look for the best ones. If one side isn't tapered like this or beveled, then I'd switch over to the other side and just try to get that to work with you. We buy all these. We don't manufacture these in-house or anything. So, but that's as simple as it is. Just make sure this is to the outside. So Other than that, I mean, if you order a bushing set, if you have a quick hitch, you'll need one of them, one of these, two of them, one of these each, and then this will go here, and then this will come with the hitch. If you do not have a quick hitch, like the John Deere iMatch or the QH10, you do not need to buy these. You just need, this will come standard with the hitch, but you will need this to install your hitch to your 3-point tractor.
And the top link
Is sold separately.
without the bushing if it's
Yep.
not with the kit.
Correct. Yep, that is, so this is sold separately on the website, or like I said, it's sold together as a complete kit.
And we do also sell just the bushings without the top link
Okay.
on the website as well. If you don't need the complete set.
Yep, so if you got plenty of these top link pins, or if you already have implements from before and upgraded to a quick hitch, and you just need the bushing, we do sell that way as well. All right, one last thing here. Like I was talking to earlier, if you kind of have this, opened all or tight, or close to it, if you thread this in there, you can kind of tighten that down, right there. If you wanted to stick a screwdriver in there to turn this a little bit more, you could. Not necessary. But I think you need about a 12-inch or bigger, crescent wrench here. Otherwise, like the 10-inch doesn't open up far enough from what I found or what I have. But and then you can just go ahead and lock this in place. And that's all you have to do. So this nut here is, your lock nut or what actually sets it. So you can turn this in, and if you have this turned out a little bit, you'll have to hold this to get that lock or that nut set. So, I mean, now that your lock washer is totally compressed and this is tight by hand, that should be tight enough. Watch it or whatever, but it should be tight enough.
And it doesn't matter where that hole is.
Nope. I mean,
It's tight, right?
as long as it's tight, I mean, if you want to have this up and down, it does. Ideally, if this loop here, whatever, would fall out, if you have it like this, it's not going to vibrate out or fall out. If you have it like this, if something were to happen here, your pin would fall out and your arms could come off from this. So, I mean, ideally, you'd want this straight up in the air or close to it, and then put that in like that, and then down. If something happened to here, yes, if you go over a big enough bump or whatever, it could fall out, but this could be a savior for you.